How's it going, everybody? Got another cigar review for you. If you're a new subscriber, which some of you are, I'm Steve, the Southern Experience. Tonight I have, and I'll try to do this without getting ashed. Anyway, I'm starting the second third of this. Okay, I wanted to do that before I got ashed. But Romeo y Julieta 1875 Habana Reserve from the one, the only, Mr. Wiz D. And so, continuing my cigar journey and education. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Cameroon wrapper, if not a Connecticut. But I think it's Cameroon. Looks like a Cameroon. I don't know, but I've not looked anything up. But it by color is what I'm going by. But it's very nice. It was a little hard to get going, and as you can tell, I've had a hard time keeping it burning evenly. It's packed a little tight. I started out with my punch and ended up having to cut it, trying to get a nice draw out of it. It's had a little bit of a hard pull. I used one of my pipe tampers has looks like a pick on the end of it, and so I kind of pushed that in a few times to try to loosen it up, and it helped a little, but like I said, I've had a hard time keeping up on it. Anyway, immediately upon a light, I got my favorite flavor so far out of a cigar, which was a creamy nuttiness. And as it went through the first third so far, I mean, you can tell I'm gonna have I got fat cheeks here, and I'm having to pull them in. It takes a little bit of work, but it stays lit. That's one thing, is it has stayed going. I haven't had to relight yet. Like I said, packed kind of tightly. Not a real loose draw, kind of a stiff draw. But immediately upon lighting, I got that nuttiness that I like, that I really enjoy. Sorry, I'm shaking. Even get this down here where it needs shaking, so I don't want it that far down. Sorry about that. Anyway, it was really rich, creamy, just my absolute favorite flavor. I don't know what gives that. I'm sure it's the wrapper along with whatever else is in there, but there's an oiliness to it. Of course, you can see there's a very light sheen, but it leaves like a I don't want to say coating, but feel a little bit of an oily feel on your lips. And right away, before I even lit it, I could feel the peppery before I even lit it, you know, just tasting the wrapper. A little bit of pepper on the lips. And as I got towards the end of the first third, or actually halfway through the first third so far, you know, as I said, I'm starting into the second third really good. That pepperiness just kind of stayed with it, and is continuing to stay with it. It's it's not overpowering, it's not annoying, it's not, you know, when it doesn't overtake all the rest of the taste, you continue to get in. That nuttiness kind of fades back a little bit. I get a little bit of you get more of a leathery taste, which is really nice. The way the flavors fade, they start to blend. Like I said, the nuttiness drops back, and the leather steps forward a little bit. And right now, I'm getting that pepper kind of faded back, but I'm getting more of a bolder leather taste with that nuttiness in the background and the peppery kind of flowing in between. Still get the I guess the oiliness on the lips a little bit. It's not as bad as it was, but like I said, kind of a little bit of work to keep this one stoked up. But I'm just now starting to get a little bit of a, as hard as I've kind of had to work. I mean, I haven't had to work as much with other ones that I've smoked, but I'm just now starting to get that little bit of irritation in the back of the throat from the nicotine, but it's not bad. I did hit a point probably 10 minutes ago. I guess I've probably been in this for probably 30 minutes plus so far, working on that. So it's a nice smoke, and I think knowing what little I know about them, I would probably personally attribute that to how tight it's packed. The fact that it's taking longer to get done. But it's not bad. You can tell it's not far from changing, which when I hit that point I usually quit. I've only had a couple where I've plumb smoked them down to the nub. Most of them, just about the time they hit this wrapper point, they start changing flavor. I've learned that for me there's a point of stopping, which is when all of a sudden your mouth gets a real cool rush. Or when my mouth gets a real cool rush, it's pretty much time to quit, because after that it starts to change. The smell changes, the taste kind of gets a little rough and not necessarily as good. I don't enjoy it as much. But I love this because, and I haven't had a cigar for a couple weeks, but you know, as I watch videos and that Cigar Obsession, I like watching him. He's really good, and I've learned how to understand flavors from him a little more, listening to him describe, explain, so forth and so on. But the ash on that has held together really good. Just before I started, I saw it starting to crack on the ash, and so I wanted to go ahead and start the video. And so that's what I think so far. Pretty good one. Once again, that's Romeo y Julieta, Habana Reserve. I don't know why that's not focusing. I think it did there just a little bit. 1875. Hopefully that picks up here in a second. There we go. Really nice. Pretty good size. Wouldn't know what size, ring gauge or nothing. Pretty nice cigar. Worth a try. I'd say it's on the mild to medium. Well, maybe pushing more medium. Like a heavy medium. At first it's really mild, but then it gets stronger. But it's not bad. Not bad at all. And so, anyway, you guys take care. That's what I think so far. Probably ain't far from finishing this one up. For you cigar snobs, don't hate me. But Medallas de Oro, whatever that means. Anyway, coming up on 10 minutes, so you guys take care. We'll see you next time.